Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. So now we know that Preeta knows that Prithvi is the owner or the father of Sherlyn's baby. And in the last update, Prithvi frustrated Preeta until Preeta tells Prithvi that she knows all the truth and she would expose Prithvi and Sherlyn during Sherlyn's baby shower. And Prithvi went to Sherlyn to tell her that Preeta already knows about them, but Sherlyn was not really ready to listen to him and they heard a knock on the door. That was where the last update ended. Let's continue from there. Sherlyn and Prithvi were in the room, and Sherlyn, in a state of panic, sent Prithvi to hide behind the door before opening the door. Sherlyn opens the door and Raki was mesmerized to see how beautiful Sherlyn is looking. And Raki even places the black ticker behind Sherlyn's ear. And Raki asks Sherlyn to calm down because her mother has even arrived. And Raki leaves and locks the door from outside. Prithvi comes out from hiding, wondering why does Raki always have to close the door, because how would he go out now? Prithvi sees the window and jumps out of the window, but Shruti sees Prithvi, and Shruti asks that what is Prithvi doing, because they know the truth about Prithvi and Sherlyn already, and she and Preeta would finally reveal the truth to everyone. Prithvi says that no one will believe both Shruti and Preeta, but they will listen to Sherlyn, because Sherlyn has done a very big thing for the family. Shruti started irritating Prithvi, and Prithvi warns Shruti that he has only given this right to Preeta, so Shruti must not even dare to talk to him like this. Shruti wants Prithvi not to talk like this about her sister in front of her, and Prithvi says that he will talk because he is madly in love with Preeta. Shruti was frustrated, and instead, Prithvi replies Shruti and says that he is really grateful. Shruti replies that she would ask Prithvi how he feels about Preeta later when she reveals the truth about him, and Prithvi says that his love for Preeta is not for a specific time period. But if Shruti and Preeta even accidentally try to reveal the truth, then they will not believe what he as Prithvi Malhotra will do to them, and Prithvi lives in anger, but Shruti was not at all convinced. Sherlyn comes downstairs with Raki. Grandma along with Karina both says that Sherlyn is really looking beautiful, and they says that it feels as if the moon has come into their house, and they take Sherlyn to the stage. Raki asks Sanjana to come first with the gift, but Grandma stops her saying that she will be the one to start the ritual. Raki replies that she knows, but she is just asking Sanjana to give the gift to Sherlyn. Sanjana comes on the stage giving the gift to Sherlyn, and everyone gives gift to Sherlyn and Sherlyn touched it. Then Raki asks Preeta to bring the prasad that they have already prepared. Raki asks Sherlyn to touch the prasad, and Raki asks Kritika to give the prasad to the priest, saying that the priest must give it to their priest and they can give it to any woman. Raki started the ritual. Preeta was looking at Sherlyn, and Preeta wonders how calmly Sherlyn is sitting on the stage when Raki along with the Lutra family thinks that the child is their blood, but how worried they will get when they realize the truth about the child. Karina and Grandma also present gift to Sherlyn, and Sanjana looking at Preeta feels that Preeta might be trying to do something. Kritika comes to the stage and asks Sherlyn to see the gift that she has brought for the child, and Kritika leaves after blessing Sherlyn. Raki signals to Preeta, and Preeta asks Girish to bring the gift. Sherlyn thinks that Preeta challenged her that she will reveal the truth. Preeta comes to the stage, and Sherlyn asks that what happened, because Preeta challenged her that she will not let her marry Rishab, and that she would even free Karan, but what happened after that? Preeta takes out the necklace and she makes Sherlyn wear it, and she explains to Sherlyn that she has come to know the truth about Sherlyn and Prithvi regarding the baby, and it was Prithvi that told her all the truth. Sherlyn says that Preeta is lying. Preeta asks that why would she lie when Prithvi is mad about her, and Prithvi even said that he would help her because he is fed up of Sherlyn and he wants to get away from her. Preeta says that she doesn't understand why Prithvi is running after her even after knowing that she is married, but Prithvi revealed the entire truth about him and Sherlyn to her, and Preeta asks Sherlyn to ask Prithvi by herself because this is between them, so if Sherlyn still doubts her, then Sherlyn can go and ask Prithvi, and she knows that the father of Sherlyn's child is Prithvi. Sherlyn was shocked, and Preeta says that she will make sure to bring out the truth in front of everyone, and she will save the family from Sherlyn, and this is her promise. Preeta says that she will be quiet for now till the time that Rishab will come back, and when Rishab returns back to the house, then she will reveal the entire truth to everyone. Rishab secretly enters through the front gate, and Raki with everyone were shocked to see him. Preeta scares Sherlyn by telling her to look at Rishab, and Rishab comes there taking blessing from Karina and Grandma, and then Rishab goes to hug Kritika. Raki was standing there in shock, and Rishab sees Raki and he was going to seek blessings from Raki, but Raki stops him and pulls his hair. And Rishab asks that why is Raki pulling his ears when he just came back from far away, and Raki asks that why did Rishab lie to her. Rishab says that Raki always says that she knows him well, and Raki asks that why did Rishab have to lie to her. Rishab replies that he would not have been able to see the reaction that Raki is given now. Raki asks Rishab not to talk to her because she doesn't want to talk to him as well, and Rishab asks if Raki is sure, and Raki says that she is sure. Rishab turns to leave, but Raki stops him, and Rishab says that if Raki doesn't want to talk to him, so what is the point for him to stay? Raki asked Rishab, and Raki started crying, saying that Rishab made her wait for so long. Rishab replies that he has finally come back and he will never leave again. Samir enters the house with Rishab's bag, and Grandma asks that where did Samir went to. Samir replies that he went to pick Rishab from the airport. Karina scolds Samir, asking if Samir also knew that Rishab was coming back, and Samir in excitement says that it was a surprise and he is excited that Rishab is back. Rishab looks at Preeta and goes to her, and Rishab thanks Preeta for saving Karan. Preeta requests Rishab not to talk like this. Mahesh comes there and calls Rishab, and Rishab was shocked to see that his father is already working by himself, and Rishab was not able to believe this because he was so shocked. Mahesh opens his arms for a hug. Rishab was not able to control his tears, and Rishab tells his father how much he loves him and that he has missed him a lot. Mahesh says that he has also missed Rishab, and they both do not leave each other, and they hug each other tightly and they were crying. Rishab replies that he has waited for a time that his father will stand and hug him, and Mahesh congratulates Rishab. Preeta says that Sherlyn was really worried, and Sherlyn thinks of how Preeta said to her that she knows that her child belongs to Prithvi, and how Preeta warned her that she will reveal the truth once Rishab comes back. Mahesh and Rishab were both hugging, and Mahesh says to Grandma that her grandson is about to become a father, and Grandma must therefore perform the Nasa ritual for Sherlyn because it causes a lot of problem to go away from the family, and she must therefore not take it lightly because their family has finally gotten a good news after 27 years. Grandma, however, says that Rishab will be the one to perform the Nasa ritual, but Rishab, however, declines, saying that he has never done it before, and Karina suggested that Grandma will say whatever that is required. Rishab goes to Sherlyn and says that he has never done this before, but he is only doing it because of the family pressure. Karan was shocked to see Rishab, and Karan immediately jumps to Rishab hugging him, and the entire family were happy after seeing both Rishab and Karan hugging each other. Shriti comes there and she was worried. Rishab asks if Karan's practice is going smoothly, and they both plan to talk with each other, but Mahesh also asks to join them, and Samir also joined them, and they all live to have fun with one another. Shriti was standing at the corner and she wonders if Preeta has informed Sherlyn that they knows about her truth. Preeta signals to Shriti not to ruin anything, and Preeta thinks that jealousy and mistrust is the biggest weapon, and she is sure that Sherlyn would have to fight with Prithvi, and they would then use that opportunity to catch both Prithvi and Sherlyn while they are confessing their crime. Sherlyn was worried, and Sanjana comes there and asks that what has happened. Sherlyn leaves saying that she remembers some important work that she needs to take care of. Preeta signals to Shriti to follow her, and Mahira sees both Preeta and Shriti signaling to each other. Prithvi was walking. Sherlyn calls Prithvi and holds his hand, and Prithvi warns Sherlyn that Rishab has come back, so they will land in a big trouble. But Sherlyn angrily takes Prithvi into the room, and Prithvi was asking that what is Sherlyn doing. Sherlyn says that Prithvi must tell her the truth if anything happens. Prithvi asks Sherlyn to say it clearly, and Sherlyn asks that why did Prithvi tell Preeta that they both knew each other before she got married to Rishab. Shriti stops Preeta, asking if Preeta has placed the camera in her gift, and Preeta remembered that she placed the camera in the necklace that she put on Sherlyn's neck just as they planned, and Shriti was really happy, saying that now they will be able to show the true face of Sherlyn to everyone on the big screen, and both Shriti and Preeta leave to listen to the confession with their own ears. Sherlyn was fighting with Prithvi, asking that why is Prithvi lying to her, because Preeta herself told her that she found out the truth from Prithvi, and that Prithvi accepted that they knew each other ever since the college day. Prithvi tries to explain himself, but Sherlyn was not interested in listening to any explanation, and Sherlyn says that Preeta also told her that Prithvi says that he is still in love with Preeta, and how can someone love another person so much even after being rejected? Prithvi tries to explain to Sherlyn that Preeta is using her, but Sherlyn wants Prithvi not to lie to her, and Prithvi explains that he is not lying. Preeta and Shruti thinks that where might Sherlyn be because she is not in her room, and Shruti was worried that where might Sherlyn have gone to. Preeta hears some noise coming from Raki's room, and both Preeta and Shruti thinks that Sherlyn is really clever to have taken Prithvi to talk in Raki's room. Sherlyn says to Prithvi that she doesn't want to hear any lame excuses because Preeta has seen them together a lot of time, and Preeta knows that they are couples, and Preeta and Shruti were shocked to hear this confession. Prithvi asks Sherlyn to be quiet because everyone will know their truth, and Sherlyn asks that what, and does Prithvi care because Prithvi was the one that told Preeta the truth, and Sherlyn says that Preeta said it, that Prithvi still loves her. Prithvi asks if Preeta has said all this, and Sherlyn says that Prithvi has never stopped to question her. Preeta tells Shruti that she feels that Sherlyn doesn't know that they have fixed a camera on her necklace that is recording both the video and the audio, and Preeta immediately sends Shruti to set up the projector. Shruti was working with the wireless charger and she bumps into Sanjana, and Sanjana scolds Shruti, asking that why does Shruti not watch where she is going to. Shruti lives there and she started to attach the USB. Kritika asked that what is Shruti doing, but Shruti asked for the remote and rushed out without even talking to Kritika. Raki says that Rishab is really shy and he was not even able to perform the Nasa ritual for Sherlyn. Karina says that Rishab is really a caring person and he cannot say that anyone is hurt because of him. Grandma says that Rishab came for Sherlyn, but Rishab was lying that he only came because of Raki. Suddenly, Shruti calls the family to come and watch because she has something to reveal to them. Raki comes there and asks that what does Shruti mean because the screen is black. Shruti says that they should not worry and she is just working to correct it. Sanjana thinks that she feels that both Preeta and Shruti are doing something against her daughter. In the room, Sherlyn asks if Prithvi means that he loves her, and Prithvi replies that he loves Sherlyn even more than Kritika and Preeta. Sherlyn replies that this means that Prithvi also loves both Kritika and Preeta, and Prithvi says that if Sherlyn asks her, then he will not perform any of the duties of a husband to Kritika. And Preeta thinks that this is a really bad news for Kritika, and Preeta leaves there to inform the family the truth. Shruti was standing and Rishab comes downstairs asking Raki that where is his other bag that contains some important document. Raki assures Rishab that the bag will be in the house and they can find it. Rishab was shocked to see Shruti, and Rishab asks that how is Shruti doing and what is she doing in their house. Shruti says that she has something to show them. Preeta comes there asking that what has happened and if everything is alright. Shruti tells Preeta that the video is not playing. Preeta reconnected the video and the video started playing, and Rishab and everyone were shocked. Immediately they recognized the voice as Sherlyn and Prithvi's voice. Prithvi even hugged Sherlyn and saying that everyone were shocked. Sherlyn asks that what is Prithvi doing. Prithvi replies that Sherlyn needs his help and he can help her because she needs it. Sherlyn wanted to go out and Sherlyn says that she doesn't need Prithvi's help, but Prithvi suggested that they should run away from the family, including the house. All the family members were shocked watching this, and Rishab couldn't watch it anymore and he says enough and he leaves in anger without listening to anything. Raki was not able to control herself and she sits down crying, asking that what is happening because she thought that Shruti was trying to show them a video for the child, but what has just happened? Preeta tries to calm Raki down, saying that Raki must not be worried. Rishab was in anger and he was walking towards the room and he started destroying the decorations. Sanjana tries to explain that it is not like what Rishab is thinking, but Shruti asks Sanjana that why is she still lying when everyone can see the truth. Sanjana wants Shruti to stay quiet, and Shruti replies that till now, the family were unaware of the truth, but now they have come to know that Sherlyn really loves Prithvi, and Sanjana leaves after scolding Shruti. Prithvi tries to calm Sherlyn down, requesting that Sherlyn should listen to what he has to say, and he can really help Sherlyn, but Sherlyn was constantly pushing Prithvi away, and Sherlyn started to breathe heavily, and she falls on the ground. Prithvi immediately tries to help Sherlyn, and Rishab got to the door, but the door was locked, and Rishab bangs on the door, demanding that Prithvi should open the door. Alright guys, in a nutshell, what happened was that Sherlyn was the one wearing the necklace that was capturing Prithvi's face. Prithvi and Sherlyn were inside Raki's room, and the family were downstairs watching everything that was going on in the room on the TV. And Rishab angrily goes to the door to open the door to go inside. Sherlyn's face was not shown, but Prithvi's face was shown. Sherlyn's face cannot be shown because she was the one unknowingly wearing the camera on her neck. So I just want to clarify that. So let's see what happens next tomorrow, and I will see you again in another video tomorrow. Bye guys.